Hey everybody, welcome to the end of your journey through research for criminal justice, CJ 300. And I think that many of you really understood that yes, you are studying and working at a university with university level expectations, and at the 300 level, you know, your precursor run up to the all important final course at one point for you, or at some point, which would be CJ 480, which is a research-based course where you'll have the opportunity to engage and interact with professionals in the field to be able to cull and analyze data relative to a problem that agency may be encountering. And we have a number of contacts that we can arrange for you and help you with, whether it's chiefs of police or district attorneys, et cetera, right down the line. But this is where you get a chance in CJ 480 to show them and prove to them that everything you learned in CJ 300, or everything that you still need to know and understand and apply, will most suitably and most notably help them in their particular agency. And we have contacts at the highest end of the food chain in the criminal justice industry here in the United States. It's everywhere from the FBI to federal prosecutors to state and local prosecutors, corrections officials, superintendents, chiefs of police, et cetera. And it goes on and on. And they have high expectations. And that's why my repeat announcements and encouragement to you, where you've got to read the book, to be able to develop your own repository and full understanding and comprehension of what research, okay, and how important it is to our industry of problem solving, to the general public out there, how important it is, and how important it is to be articulate, okay, well organized, using the appropriate grammar and spelling so you're not misunderstood. If you're misunderstood, problems don't get solved. It's that simple. And unfortunately, we're judged by the words that we use. So this week, what do we got going? Okay, you remember your the Mod 7 objectives were you to finish this off by developing an effective research question. That's not easy. I think I was pretty good at explaining how difficult that can be, because you have to be simple, clear, concise, and specific, so you don't end up writing a large, unwieldy, ineffective research question. Ineffective meaning you'll never find the truth. It will take you years, and you'll be spun off into a proverbial tailspin. Okay? Anyway, you were there to correlate conclusions to research and supporting data. You would articulate evidence-based conclusions. You would validate a conclusion using the data from either qualitative or quantitative research methods. You need to understand not just what they are as definitions, but how they actually function in relationship to researching problems in our industry. You can't scratch the surface and say, I think qualitative works really well because it can give me a lot of stuff. No, you have to tell and explain how a qualitative particular research design, whether it's a survey method or applying, a participatory study, living with people you're looking to study as an example, versus quantitative. In simple terms, utilizing numbers that have preceded the study and numbers that will be data or statistics, or numbers that will be analyzed in order to find the truth. And you were to describe the measures taken in a given research study to reduce bias as part of the research report. Your ethics, how did they maintain integrity? So you can learn from that, so your research that you'll do in CJ 480, all right, is not questioned. So Mod 8, you have a discussion board where you'll take a fact-based position. Again, your discussion boards here and from any other course that you go to are not conversation. They're not coffee klatches or conversational. You have to take a position on a topic based upon the questions embedded in the discussion board. You have to be able to take an articulate position and say, okay, this is why this is occurring, in my estimation and my belief, based upon what I have read. And then you are to challenge your peers, classmates, to a higher order of thinking by reflecting on what they said. Not an endorsement, okay? Although it may take on the form of an endorsement, you've got to offer the facts. So you've got to take a fact-based position. And I believe that a lot of people are misled by the word discussion, thinking that it's something you do just to hammer out, and interaction. It's not. So we also have reflection. Make sure you go through that one. What was one aspect of the course that is the most applicability to your chosen career to criminal justice? And I'm going to tell you why again and again. It was as important to me. It still is important to me because I still continue to conduct research into this particular arena and present. But I will not bring it to anybody who's going to scrutinize it, ask questions unless it's clear. Okay, so they can take it back to their home agencies and say, we've got some great information. It was clear, articulate, well organized, and we're going to apply it to this problem we're encountering. And it may save lives. So in your own words, all right, so make sure you take a look at the remainder of the course. I know right now many of you are working hard on your final project. Take a look back at the worksheet that I looked at. It took me most, if not a day and a half, to go through them all to make sure that you have developed an effective research question, not plural, okay? If I recommended that you go to the Writing Center to get some fixes and repairs, you've got to go. Revision time is over, all right? You've got to finish off this week strong. I believe that I've provided enough information for you to be able to successfully and effectively craft an excellent final project. My only hope for everyone here is to believe in what I'm saying, okay, and what I have been preaching and endorsing and recommending, because it is completely and unequivocally correlative to the profession at hand, okay? Not just for the university's sake and the course, important, absolutely, okay? But to your careers. And to many of you, some of you may consider, and I have recommended a couple of people, to move on to graduate school. Okay? And I'm only telling you and repeating to everyone here what I was told going through my undergrad and my graduate and my doctoral programs. This is the only method we have to let people know that we can think critically. That's it. So, it's not to be preachy. I'm just telling you that I so desperately want to see how well you can take from this course the information, the calisthenics involved, so you're successful. Okay? Failure is not an option. Succeed. You will do well. Thank you, everybody.